Hey guys, what's up? Uh, Kind of a different video today, but I feel like I post kind of a different video like every time I post a video, so you know how it is. Um, we're gonna be listening to the new Caves and Cliffs official game soundtrack that just came out last week, right? Um, they are by Lena Rain, who did the Celeste soundtrack and the Nether update songs, which are mwah, fucking perfect, to say the least. I actually never played Celeste. I was mostly talking about the Nether update songs, but I I'm sh- I've heard nothing but good things about Celeste. So there you go. Um, she has done one, two, three, four, five, six, seven of the tracks, and the remaining three tracks are by now. Hold on. Kumi Tanioka, who, if you don't know that name immediately, um, she's a Japanese video game composer who worked on a couple of Final Fantasy games, like Crystal Chronicles, that series, um, Final Fantasy 11. She worked on that. XI is 11, right? I think so, yeah. Anyway, um, she focuses on a lot of piano. So, yeah. I will say this isn't a first, like, reaction or anything. And even if it was, it would be kind of a piss poor one. I don't have a face cam or anything. But I just noticed that, like, there are no videos out there that both A, have all of the songs in them, and B, have commentary on those songs and those tracks. I know it's still relatively fresh, it's not even a month old, but um, even the rest of the Minecraft soundtrack, I'm a huge sucker for having people react to music. I don't know what it is. I just really like seeing people be affected by the same things that I am affected by. Like, for example, there's this Philza video of him and his chat listening to the Nether update music for the first time, and it rules because, like, you can feel like how impressed everybody is and how excited they are about the update. It's really infectious, honestly. Reaction videos, I don't know. I feel like they're probably low hanging fruit on, like, the creative side of things, but as a viewer, there's definitely, like, some, like, worth to be had for the genre. So that's my take on reaction videos, I guess. Um, anyway, I guess we could consider this more us exploring these tracks together. And I'll do my best not to be interrupted. I might actually pause and request not to be interrupted, just in case. Because this does take about like 40 minutes to get through in total, and we're going to be stopping and starting. And if you haven't heard these tracks and you don't want to listen to them all like piecemeal, I'm probably not going to stop or like go back very often, but I'm not ruling it out either. So if you want to listen to the soundtrack just untouched, pure experience, just close your eyes and let that music take you away, then I'll have a link in the description and you can go to this playlist. And I don't know, I'll probably put like a Spotify link there too. Um, there are plenty of videos that compile all of these songs together into one video, which would be easier for me. But I figured I would just get it from like an official or semi-official auto-generated source rather than, um, use someone else's editing work for myself seems a little, I don't know, it seems like bad form. I'm sure they'd be fine if I credited them, but you know what I mean. I personally don't feel like it's great. Oh, another thing I noticed, not just people reacting and commenting on these songs, no sources and videos that I've found talk about where you can hear these songs. So I'm going to actually focus on that a little bit. I have the wiki page pulled up, and I don't know how accurate it is, but we're going to be reading that together as we go along. So, hope you're all strapped in. If you're wondering, just like based on my memory of my first experience listening to each of these, I think my favorite is Stand Tall. So, who knows? Maybe we'll listen to one of these other 9 and be like blindsided and like impressed. I keep almost hiccuping. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just start. I don't feel like getting up and being like, hey guys, don't go into my room. I'm recording. Like, I don't know. That feels feels embarrassing. So, if the video is bad quality, you know why. Yeah, let's start with Stand Tall. Oh, god damn it. Alright, that nightmare's over. Okay, something I didn't consider is gonna be the ads. Fuck. Let me do something real quick. Alright, the ads shouldn't be a problem anymore, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's finally dive in with Stand Tall. This song plays in the Snowy Slopes, Jagged Peaks, Frozen Peaks, and Stony Peaks biomes. And actually all of the ones by Lena Raine play on the menu screen, as well as in specific biomes. So weirdly, none of Kumi's Tanioka's songs play in the menu. Ooh, fuck, that piano is good. Which is interesting because her songs seem very good for Minecraft menu. But anyway, yeah, this is like the mountain song, basically. There are other songs that play in the mountains, obviously, but this one is exclusive to those areas and the main menu. I love that chord. I like this one even more, though. Oh, fuck, what is that? It's like the minor something. I'm not well versed in music theory, like, at all. Just for the record. Just in case you're wondering, yeah, this is gonna be the whole video. I'm just gonna be talking over this shit. A lot of people, pretty instantly, when they hear a sort of galloping piano rhythm like that, that's like a little minimalistic, their brain's instantly like Breath of the Wild. And I definitely think she probably drew inspiration from that game. Not only that, but like probably other Zelda games too. But, or at the very least, that's the impression that this one in particular gives. But oh, my phone shouldn't be buzzing on the same surface as my microphone. Do love the boop, 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 boop mallet instrument there. What is that? Is that a marimba or a xylophone? What is that one even? By the way, if you're not wearing headphones, I would recommend that. Um, I'm actually listening to these with headphones for the first time. The first time that I listened to these was just on my phone, so there is some untread ground that we can explore together here. Ooh, I really like this part where, I don't know, it's like just a total tonal shift. It's kind of like how, like, 3/4 of the way through Blocks, the record, the music disc, it completely shifts into like a completely different song. I love when Minecraft music does that. It was like 5 minutes after these songs came out, people were like, this doesn't feel like Minecraft. And it's like, yeah, idiot. You're hearing it for the first time. I think that it's gonna fit right in, honestly. Especially if they continue to have new artists include other tracks into the game. I think it'll really help with the cohesion. It's like this, like, really breathy, like, kind of ethereal synth, like, moving in and out of the piece here. This feels like you're on a mountain watching the sunrise or something. Or maybe sunset. Fiddler on the Roof. Another big reason I wanted to use the official soundtrack videos is because a lot of the other videos that people have made that are compilations have specific images tied to each song, and I think it's better if we sort of come in with our own imagination with a clean palette and imagine the biomes that it's actually played in rather than what people speculated it was in the day after these were released. All right, so that's Stand Tall. Excuse me, Left to Bloom, don't play it. I like that one. Excuse me. Thank you. Like I said, I think Stand Tall might be my favorite, just because I love that turn that it takes halfway through. It's a very adventurous kind of song, but like not overbearingly so. It's somber enough when needed. It settles into the rest of the Minecraft soundtrack nicely, I think. Doesn't really overstay its welcome, even though it's like 5 minutes long. It's pretty long for Minecraft music, honestly. Most of C418's songs are like 1 minute, you know? I mean, like the self-titled track, Minecraft, from the Minecraft soundtrack is like, it's like the same notes over and over again for like 2 minutes. Like, you know, it's definitely a different compositional style, I'll say that, but I'm really into it. I really like the old music and I really like the new music. I don't think it's a bad thing if a song has like a learning curve. I actually really like it when I listen to a song for the first time and I'm like, what the hell was that? And then I listen to it like a 5th time and I'm like, holy shit, this is good. I really like when they can like impress you like that. So this next song, Left to Bloom, let me pull up my wiki here like a professional. It plays in the Meadow and Lush Caves biomes, alright? Some of my favorite additions in 1.18 coming up. So imagine those when you listen to this. And once again, it also appears on the menu screen. This piano feels sort of drip drop, like rain falling through like a forest, you know, like dripping off of leaves and shit, like the beginning of Bambi. It's like two pianos being played at once or something that overlap in a really interesting way. If I remember correctly, this song's very interesting with the synths. Does some weird shit. Ooh. That first little breath of like, oh, cohesion. It's like, you know, this little drippy drop kind of melody, and then it just like all comes together in that one chord. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck yes. Do it. Do it to me. Let me have that. Oh, yeah. There it is again. Love to see. You love to hear it. You love this shit. Again, kind of a subdued, almost meditative beginning. Much like the very ending of Stand Tall. And here it is. What the hell is this synth? Like, I don't know, it's so fucking weird, but it feels exactly like something that you would find in this game, right? C4, people forget, but C418 got pretty weird with Minecraft music in like even back in the volume alpha. Volume beta especially, though, he really branched out. Ooh. By the way, let's not overlook this. Look, that, like, that, like, weird, like, minor chord that it struck there. Oh, okay, we gotta go back to that one again, because that one hit me in the chest like a baseball. That, like, change in the piano triplet thing, that descending, like, bum, 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 it became like a ascending thing. It's always been an ascending thing, but, like, one of the keys was like, yeah, that. It's like a half step off. It really gives this feeling of like physical depth, like descending into like a cave, which fits because this is a lush cave song. You could also argue that it's kind of mountainous in that way too, seeing as it plays in the meadow. Meadow's one of my favorite biomes they're adding. I do miss the blue flowers that were in it, but like those like swamp flowers, but I understand that they're swamp flowers. Ooh. Ah. That like really reminds me of like the Aether mod soundtrack. When are they gonna get Emil van Krijken on the official Minecraft soundtrack? When are we gonna get that? I'd petition to that. I think they're a genius. I love the Aether mod soundtrack. Ooh. Again, that like echoing like ba-da-da in the background to accompany, it's like echoing in the cave, and it accompanies this very direct synth, like this very fuzzy sounding synth. It's like this, like, it gives the sense of like awestruck wonder or something, which I don't know if you guys have seen the new 118 generation, but it's fitting. You find some pretty, not to be 2013, but you find some pretty epic terrain, like genuinely. I love that. Like, That like swell. Lena Raine, just in my experience of these tracks in the Nether soundtrack, she really knows how to, sorry, I'm hiccuping, she really knows how to build up these unlikely climaxes that are very unconventional, but still carry the same amount of weight and like energy as a normal sort of like melodic climax would be. And I think a lot of it has to do with the swelling and volume increase of certain instruments, like in Rubedo. I always forget how to pronounce that one. In the Nether soundtrack, she was fucking crazy on the Nether soundtrack. Obviously, it would be much less of like a reaction, but if you guys want to see me like discuss the rest of the Minecraft soundtrack, then let me know in the comments, because I would do it. I'd fucking do it. I just wanted to do this video in particular because I saw a niche that needed filling, in my opinion. There wasn't enough informational and emotional content about these new tracks. So yeah, Left to Bloom's an interesting one. It's very fascinating to me. I really like it, actually. At first I was like, what the fuck is this synth? It's like, you know? I think that might have just been my phone speakers being shitty and not great for this particular set of sounds. It was kind of really overbearing on the phone speakers. Anyway, Ancestry actually was not added in the snapshot that all of these other ones were added. So I don't have any biomes for you. The only place that you can find this, unfortunately, is YouTube and Spotify. So, and, you know, for everybody in the future, they're probably going to add it to other music streaming services too. I mean, like, I don't see why they wouldn't. So, yeah. We're still going to listen to it, though, because it's interesting, I remember. It's, like, the darkest kind of track of the bunch, by far. And y'all know I respect that. A lot of, like, record static. Very similar to The End. And several music discs from the C418 portion of the soundtrack. This like kind of sound effect in the background reminds me a lot of like the sound effects from the Nether. A lot of people theorize that this could be the Deep Dark theme. A lot of people are like, but why would they add it in the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack? Shut up. I don't know. The order of the music release, in my opinion, doesn't dictate what content they'll use it for. I think they'll use it for what they deem fit. I mean, hell knows there's a ton of alpha and beta volume soundtrack that's just left unused. There should really be a mod for all that unused music to be put to use. I love that, like, that dire, almost urgent pan flute. Do, 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 do. But, like, it's just a hint of it. It's very subtle at first. Ooh! Excuse me? Hold on. We're getting into the part of the soundtrack where I, like, don't remember shit very well. So, that caught me off guard. Shit brings a tear to your eye. What an amazing lead-in to this part. Also, this pan flute-esque sound, it almost is like reversed. Where like, you know, something goes by you really fast. It's like almost like something is spinning. I don't think that's exactly what she was trying to convey, but it definitely gives a very unnatural impression. Definitely very foreboding, obviously. I don't know if I want the Deep Dark to have music. I wouldn't mind if this was in the Deep Dark, but I was almost under the impression that it would be completely like silent down there, almost like the Warped Forest, where there's like no music, just maybe ambient sound effects and like the sound of your footsteps, just because of like all the shulker stuff, you know, having to do with sound. I wouldn't expect there to be music playing in the background while you're down there. I don't know, maybe it could work. Boom, boom. I like that. It's like this like wind blowing through the leaves of like a tree. Let's hear that again. It's a very hushed sense of danger, which I think really does line up with the Deep Dark, actually, now that I say that out loud. Oh, again with Buck. Oh, and we're like in it now, huh? It's like there's like a rhythm being built up here in like all these like layers of this sound effect. It's like almost like distorted like time anomaly kind of sound effect. It's an anomaly of some sort, for sure. Feels like something from like outside the natural order of things has found its way in, you know? It's giving a lot of end, but it's also very distinct from the end. I don't think it would belong in the end dimension in any way, in my opinion. Ancestry is an interesting title. Stand Tall and Left to Bloom are pretty self-explanatory, but Ancestry, huh? It's a very ancient connotation. Something tells me when this song gets added, God willing it gets added, we all know they're not afraid to just leave it on the soundtrack and never put it in the game. But if it gets added, I think it'll definitely be in a way that really gets the Minecraft lore theory community a buzz. And I'm sure she just titled the songs what she thought was appropriate for their like sound, but I don't know. You'd think that they would have some sort of inside information about what they were aiming for. I would love to hear any of the Minecraft composers talk about what the process is for composing for Minecraft. I don't know if Mojang approaches them and they say, we would like this, this, and this, or we would like, because like I feel like for the Nether update, they probably were like, we would like at least 3 songs to describe the different biomes that we're adding. And Lena Rain, of course, was like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I can do that flawlessly and perfectly, of course. But for this kind of thing, it's like, I don't know, where they're just like, hey, we would love some new music for Caves and Cliffs. You got anything? And then these two are like, yeah, I could whip some shit up. I don't know. I don't know how much is dictated to them and how much is informal, how much is their own creation, how much is them bringing the vision of the developers to life. I don't know. I would love to have a conversation with one of them. Just like about that. I know for a fact if I ever had that opportunity, I would freeze up. I'm not a good impromptu interviewer, guys. I would pee my pants. All right. So next up is Wending, which I am interested. I would love to. What does this mean? What does this title mean? Wend. To go in a specified direction, typically slowly or by an indirect route. Wending their way across the city. Huh. Very interesting. Almost wandering, but like it's very direct, specified direction. So it's more about travel than it is about ambling around. Of course, a household has decided that now is the perfect time to get really fucking loud for no reason. Let me check on that. It's just my sister's husband walking around. He's just loud. I thought there was like some furniture being moved or something, but no. He's just opening and closing doors. I don't know, putting on a jacket. Doing loud man things. So let's check out Wending. Wend our way through this. Got that nice piano chord, obviously. Something tells me there's going to be that in all of these songs. Oh, right. This song plays in the Grove, the Jagged Peaks, the Stony Peaks, and the Dripstone Caves, which is an interesting variety. I could definitely see the Grove and the Jagged Peaks. Stony Peaks makes sense too. It's pretty airy so far. It's kind of got like the sense that there's like a breeze blowing, but also Dripstone Caves makes a lot of sense too. If, once again, you liken the piano to water droplets falling. Now, they're a bit more coordinated than they were in Left to Bloom, but you know what I mean, right? It definitely gives the impression of, like, just occasional motion in the environment. I love this deep, bassy synth that they're bringing in. That chord in particular really gives the like underground cave vibe, just like when the chord changed notes in Left to Bloom. That's a lot of what I'm picking up in this one as well, which is interesting because this one is mostly a mountain song. Seems good for the Grove in particular and Jagged Peaks because it's like cold. Piano is very good for cold, icy kind of environments in my opinion. But like I said, Stony Peaks, it almost has this like I feel like you could like, this song feels like looking out on like an endless sky kind of shit. It's very good. It's very good. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, hey. Ooh. You gotta put headphones on for this part. There's like a funky little bass line that that, like, I don't think phone detects at all. It's like it's a very cute little synth sound effect, almost like vocals. I really, that's like such a fucking cave sound. That's like a dripstone falling, a stone ass sound. Love the echoing on it. Also note the like again, that's sort of like interesting little like distortion effects. Gives the sense of like time progressing for some reason to me. Much like the effects in Ancestry. Ooh, they're building. We've got a couple of rhythms going on here right now. And not all of them are syncing up to each other, which is an interesting choice. And it doesn't sound off at all either. I think that's like a polyrhythm is what we're calling that these days in the music theory. Again, never taken a course in my life. And here it lightens into static. Interesting. The way that like all built up and then lightened like it was a feather. Very Aether. It's giving Aether for me. But yeah, that static at the end is interesting. Minecraft music's fascinating. Alright, we are 4 tracks in. It has been like 40 minutes. Awesome. So, and of course Wending also is on the menu screen. Infinite Amethyst plays in the Grove and Dripstone Cave biomes, as well as the menu screen. Which is interesting. It doesn't have anything to do with the Amethyst geodes. Those are way too small to give their own dedicated song. I acknowledge that, even though it'd be sick to just have like a short little like, I feel like that would be cool if there was like a little maybe 10-second loop that would play like it around geodes. Just like sort of like a ding 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 ding. Even like a sound effect of like the little tinkling sort of chime noises that play when you like walk on or place the amethyst blocks, just to like tell you that there's one nearby. Mojang, hire me. It's a very lo-fi kind of synth effect. Which, I don't know if it's been done in Minecraft before, but it definitely fits. Maybe we can thank fan tribute videos for that, but I think even without that, it would probably fit a lot in the game itself. It's melancholy in a very unique way. Not necessarily a sad way or either. Melancholy almost feels like the wrong word. Pensive, maybe? Introspective. Introspective is definitely a good one to attribute to Minecraft music. the game itself is sort of an exercise in self-reflection. You know, if the end poem is to be given any credit at all, I do know that it was created just because Nacho's like, write some fake deep bullshit, and the genius who wrote it was like, and created one of the best things ever written. But I'm a motherfucker who takes the end poem seriously. I love that shit. I think it's beautiful. Not a whole lot going on in this one, really, yet. Mostly the same synth, the same melody, repeated, slightly iterated on its every so often. Some echoey sound effects, maybe like a layering of like a sort of second identical melody on top of the original one. Oh, I like this empty space. Ooh. Ooh! I really like that. Oh, fuck. I'm a slut for the piano going on right now. It's giving, Hollow Knight, City of Tears. It's very... What is that sound effect? That breathy static. She's almost using it like a suspended cymbal. It's like crashing waves. And let's remember that this plays in the Grove and Dripstone Cave biomes, which is... I can see the Dripstone Cave biome. Grove is an interesting choice to me. The Grove biome, in general, I don't fully understand yet, I think. It seems just like a taiga, right? Like, are we... Has nobody noticed that? Like, it seems just like a taiga on a mountain, but, like, that shouldn't make it its own biome because it's... I guess it's a much snowier taiga. The mountain part doesn't really make a difference now. You know what? This one's not my favorite out of all of them. I still really like it. I really like that climax, especially the build up to it and the release of it, obviously. I do think that this actually fits into the Minecraft soundtrack perfectly. And you want to know why? It's exactly as I said earlier. It's a simple, nostalgic melody that repeats itself over and over for like 4 minutes and just iterates on that shit on the same couple of notes ad nauseum. This one does a little bit more than, for example, the Minecraft theme does. Let's get this out of the way. I don't really like the Minecraft theme. I like every other well-known song from Minecraft, but I don't know about that one. It's just very repetitive. It's not bad, though. I do actually really like it, but I'm an asshole. I'm a contrarian. If something's too popular, I'm like, it can't be that good. And I do think that I don't think that I hate it or anything just because it's popular. I just think there's not much to it. People are ascribing a lot of their own emotions onto the song where the song doesn't really convey that much. And I think that's fine. I think that's beautiful and part of growing up, to attach things onto songs that might not otherwise mean much to you. But I don't know, when people complain about like the new music and they're like, I miss this song, give me more of this, I'm like, don't ask for that. Even C418 has come such a long way since alpha. The volume beta is like genius. Volume alpha is very classic and beautiful, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's step away from the hot take corner and get into our next song. But yeah, like I said, Infinite Amethyst fits right into the Minecraft soundtrack in my opinion. Just in its compositional style. This one is called One More Day. And as I start it here, let's see where it plays. It plays in the meadow, snowy slopes, and lush caves biomes, as well as the menu screen. So, same places as Left to Bloom, but also the snowy slopes. So, what is that, like metallic clanging kind of sound effect? It's almost like similar to the sound effects in like Aria Math. Dun, 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 that kind of sound. Ooh, that deep boom. Ooh, plucked strings. Hello. This piano is very intimate. Like the mixing on like the volume and like sound effects. This piano feels like you're like right next to it, like in the same room. Whereas all the other instruments so far seem very distant and quiet and almost shy, meek, bashful. What is that? What an exotic sort of reveal, I guess. I almost said what an exotic chord to strike, but it wasn't really the notes themselves, it was more the instrumentation. These like soaring string instruments. Oh, yeah. I very much see how it belongs in the meadow and snowy slopes biome. I should give some dedicated thought to connecting it to the lush caves, though. It hasn't come naturally yet. I guess it could fit in with like seeing some sunlight streaming in through like a gap in the cave roof. It's that kind of peaceful vibe. The spore blossom on the ceiling, sort of like particles gently floating in the air. Look, you hear that jazzy little burn? Okay. Slowed down there. That's a very Minecraft sound. This piano's a very nostalgic piano. At the risk of using an overused term. But I've already said epic in this video, so I think I'm well past that. Just the simplicity, the short, sweet nature of the note. It doesn't hold out or anything, it's just very staccato, just boom. It's like if you could pluck a piano key, it would be this sound. Alright, bring me that new synth. I love that. I like that new chord. I love that chord transition. Is that it? Wow. What a... Oh, we'll get to you, other side. What a interesting choice for that last synth. It's very shy, isn't it? It just sort of fades in and out, not really caring to resolve itself. It just sort of adds a little bit of texture before vanishing before your eyes, fading away. Interesting. I have a harder time connecting that one to the lush caves, honestly. But like I said, maybe lush caves more towards the surface is the vibe. Where like I said, you can see like the sunbeams streaming in and the vines all hanging around you, like the ceiling of a lush cave rather than the floor of one. If that makes any sense. Anyway. Now, y'all already know what this new one is. This is the one song that everybody bothered to check out. Even the people who don't really care about the music, they're like, oh, damn, this is the new music disc in the game, Otherside. Much like Pig Step is by Lena Raine, this one is not a menu screen song. So, it's the only Lena Raine song added in this update that isn't on the menu. This music disc can be found on rare occasions in stronghold corridor chests, or much more rarely in dungeon chests. So this one's going to be a tough one to get a hold of. You won't have to do any unintuitive, dumb, grindy bullshit like the rest of the music discs that aren't Cat or 13, or Pig Step, or is Wait in the loot table yet? Anyway, there's like 5 at most music discs that are obtainable without the dumb skeleton shooting a creeper and killing it trick. And this is one of them. So let's check this shit out. And this is the final song by Lena Raine in this soundtrack. Obviously there's no biome, except maybe you could say the stronghold. But yeah, it's just a jukebox music disc. It sort of bounces back and forth. Kind of reminds me of blocks in the way that it's kind of marching forward. It's almost an industrious kind of emotion that it conveys. The beginning of blocks, I mean. Not the blow your ass off beautiful second part of blocks. I'm like grooving to that, like, sort of echoing trumpet kind of sound effect. Sort of like marching forward. I keep thinking of like a parade now. I don't think it's very parade-like, but my brain keeps providing that imagery to me, so I figured it might be worth mentioning. Oh, the interplay between that like very clearly synthesized trumpet sound effect. Or maybe it's like a sample of a real trumpet. Anyway, that it bounces back and forth between your headphones. There's like several layered between each other. I always love when songs make room like this. Ooh! Ooh! This little duet. It's like some sort of classical piece almost, the way the chords intertwine with each other there. And then there's like this alien like wailing, echoey sound effect. Not really wailing. Yeah, this like sort of synthy, spacey drone. Ooh! What a royal sounding high pitched part. That like soprano part. Yeah, I really like this one. This is probably my... It's so hard to rank them, honestly. Who knows? This one's in hot competition for first or second place, though. There's like this tick-tock kind of sound effect as it fades out. It's like almost like you left your car door open while the car's still on. Or like your turn signal or something. Very interesting sound effect. They always include these sound effects at the end of the songs that really pique my interest. It really gets the like analytical side of my brain churning. So now we've officially moved on from Lena Raine's portion of the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack, and now we're going to be checking out the 3 songs contributed by Kumi Tanioka. I know how to say her name. It's an easy name to pronounce. I just always get like I don't know, I lose confidence halfway through, and so I have to like glance to my phone to check to make sure that I'm not saying it wrong. So let's check out Floating Dream. Floating Dream plays in the jagged peaks and lush cave biomes, so keep that in mind as you listen. Imagine mountaintops and lush caves. Now what you're going to find is that these last 3 are a lot more piano heavy. Almost piano solo. They're very beautiful. I do remember being bored by a couple of them when I listened to it the first time, but now I'm a lot less impatient. I've grown up a lot since last week, so I'm ready to be swept away. Listen to this heavenly chord in the background. Like I said, almost a piano solo. It's not actually just piano. There's, you know, synth and stuff. More of a somber turn than you're led to believe. Sort of goes on a different direction than you expect. Oh, that boom. I really love the texture and mood that adds. It's like, it adds weight to it. If you've ever played the Myst games, the cyan, the little jingle that plays to reveal the cyan logo, that's like, it's kind of reminding me of that right now, the key that it's in. Very contemplative, lonely piano piece. Very reflective, very it almost feels like this song is about the entire game rather than a specific biome. Like I said, I can't believe none of her songs are menu music because I think it really does a good job of encapsulating a lot of emotions people have surrounding this game. It's just this quiet, subdued beauty that you don't really see very often. One of the few places you do see it is in nature a lot of times. I think that's it, yeah. And 118 and 119, for that matter, are very nature-focused updates, so that checks out. I like Floating Dream. I like that a lot, actually. Jagged peaks and lush caves, huh? Well, let's reflect on that. I can definitely see jagged peaks, of course. It's very looking out over the world from like the highest point kind of vibes. It's like the contemplative beauty of a sunrise, you know? It's very highbrow kind of music. It's very... I don't like the terms highbrow and lowbrow. That's like phrenology shit. But you know what I mean, right? It's very emotionally intellectual, it feels. Like it's very like I feel like my grandparents would appreciate that song. My grandpa in particular. He was a band director and he's really into classical music. I don't know, I think that he would find that beautiful. I'm too shy to show him. Last time him and I bonded over music was... I don't even need to mention the last time. There was only 2 times. One time we listened to Mars from the Planetary Suite together, because that's my favorite one from that whole ensemble. You know, the one that goes like... That's a banger. Gustav Holst? That's a banger. He really went crazy on that one. He said, "Hey, French horns, just like fucking blow their ears out, okay? Just fucking lift them off of the fucking seat, okay? I want those cufflinks out the window," or whatever the hell people wore back then. I'm getting off track. The only other time that my grandfather and I bonded over music was when he came to pick me up, and on the car radio was the very end part, the beautiful flute solo from... not solo, the flute feature from Night on Bald Mountain. That part, yeah. And so I was like, "Oh, it's Night on Bald Mountain," and he was like, "Oh yeah." He like tried to gatekeep me. He was like, "Who's the composer?" And I was like, I had just listened to it like the other night, and so I was like, "Sir, that is Modest Mussorgsky." And am I correct about that? You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I was correct about that, Brad. Yeah, and he was impressed by that, which made me feel very proud of my musical knowledge. Alright. So, that took like 5 minutes for me to ramble through. Let's listen to Comforting Memories. Comforting Memories plays in the Grove biome, exclusively, apparently. I wonder if they're going to change that. You know what? This can't go on. I'm so sorry. I have to pause this. We have to figure out what the Grove biome and its like whole deal is, because I don't think I get it. Like, you know, it's just a taiga mountain. I guess it has full blocks of snow on the ground rather than dirt. Um, yeah. Okay. Okay, we don't need all this number shit. Okay, well, yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was, but let's give it a chance. Let's really try to embody the mindset of the Grove biome, okay? And like see that, because apparently this song is the Grove biome. It embodies it wholly and exclusively. So if we're looking to define the Grove biome and what sets it apart from the taiga and other mountain biomes, then look no further than Comforting Memories, the song. It's sort of a meandering little melody. Really takes its time in between notes. A lot of fancy piano players like to do that. I usually find it really self-indulgent when master piano players do that. They like fuck with the timing of the notes, but it's very intentional in this piece, I think. The silence, the rests sort of give it room to breathe and like it kind of lets it be. I don't think I know what I'm saying. Once again, a very simple repeating melody, but listen to that rising chord in the background. Why is this Grove exclusive? That's very Minecraft. That's like the most Minecraft-ass piano sequence that I've heard in this whole new set thus far. Kumi Tanioka's, first time I've said her name in one go, music really nestles itself comfortably in with the rest of the soundtrack. I feel it fits right in. It settles in very nicely. It's maybe a little sappy, but honestly, I'll allow it for Minecraft. That's the first time I've been wrong about thinking a song was about to end when it wasn't. Again, this song really takes its time. It spreads itself out to really let each note sort of sink in with the weight that it intends to. I love that little echoing effect there was beautiful. Comforting memories indeed. I can't believe my dog's barking right now. I can't fucking believe my dog is barking right now. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Do you have no respect for Kumi Tanioka's work? What the hell's wrong with you, Finn? I was gonna say hopefully you guys can't hear that, but I know you can. I know you can. He's mad because my sister's talking to somebody outside of our house and he thinks it's a threat. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Our very kind neighbor came and stopped over. She watched our animals recently, and she came over to tell us that we paid her too much and to give some of it back. So, yeah. And Finn hated it because she brought her dogs. Hopefully we won't be interrupted anymore like that. There's one song left. We're going to listen to it together. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to probably talk for like a minute or two about the album as a whole, and then I'm going to carve pumpkins with my sister. So, yeah. Let's rock and roll. This one is An Ordinary Day. I don't know why I said it like that. This one's An Ordinary Day, and it plays in the snowy slopes, dripstone caves, and lush caves biomes. I think I just have a thing with piano and envisioning like water droplets falling. I don't know. I didn't even watch Bambi that much. Apparently that intro fucking changed my life and perception of things. Like this kind of up and down scale that it's going, or every now and then you just hear the hint of like a I love that sound effect. One of those like lo-fi kind of nostalgic synths. This is another one that sort of has a repeating melody that it builds off of, but this one I think is doing a lot more things to spice it up. There's a lot more diversity so far. So I'm a lot more into this than Comforting Memories or Infinite Amethyst so far. Did you hear that? It's like these beep boop whoop boo sounds. It's beautiful. It's heavenly. Are you kidding me? What was that? What was that? Hold on. There was a note. Did I miss it? That. What is that? Bomb. That bomb. Oh, bomb. It's like flat. Wonder if that was just the instrument or if that was intentional. I know these nostalgic sounding songs like to do sort of half notes that are in between flat and natural. Ooh. Something about this one's doing it for me. again, snowy slopes, dripstone caves, and lush caves. No menu music. I don't know if I see any of those biomes, honestly. This is almost too beautiful for that. You hear it, right? That, like, whistling? Like, woo. That. It's like sort of alien bird noises. I don't say this for dripstone at all. Snowy slopes and lush caves, maybe, though. I think this one works where the others fell flat for me because it occasionally abandons the main melody, or at the very least layers so many unique melodies on top of it that it almost doesn't feel repetitive at all, in my opinion. That was beautiful. I know that there was one of Kumi Tanioka's songs that I liked more than the other two, but yeah, I forgot which one it was. At first, I thought it might have been Floating Dream, but I think it's definitely An Ordinary Day. That shit's, I don't know, it kind of leaves you just sitting there. Yeah, it just kind of leaves you with yourself after it ends. Like, huh. I'm feeling emotions. Like, you know? Ah, shit. Probably suited more towards a mountain peak kind of vibe or menu music. I just don't see the dripstone caves at all. Sorry. But I feel like lush caves are beautiful enough that you could put any song in there and it would be good. But, you know, maybe the water pools. Maybe the water. The underground, like, water aquifers and the little clay pools that form in the lush caves. Maybe it. I think it probably goes a lot better with that, too. And I know there's some underwater portions for the dripstone caves that drowned come out of now. So I think maybe it's more of an aquifer kind of song. You feel me? I like I love this soundtrack. I wasn't sure about it at first, much like everybody else, but I'm an adult with a functioning brain, so I knew that it was just recent and new and unfamiliar to me. And after listening through at least 2 times for all of the songs, several times, of course, for a couple of my favorites, I've been listening to those. I've come to the conclusion that not only does this fit Minecraft, but even if it didn't fit Minecraft, Minecraft would benefit from including these songs. So I'm very grateful to the artists, once again, Lena Rain and Kumi Tanioka, for their contribution. I think the songs are very beautiful. Even the ones that aren't my favorite, once again, They're on the same level as like Minecraft, the song to me. You know, it's like I think people will be listening to some of these songs and like crying from the good memories that they made and to have associated with them someday. I'm confident in that. These are going to be heart wrenchers in the future. Mark my fucking words. And Otherside's just like an eternal banger, to be honest. So, yeah. So, that is all of the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack and where to find each song. I hope you enjoyed my commentary and thoughts. I'm not really a music professional, but I don't know. I felt like it was interesting enough to make a video on, obviously. So, yeah. Thank you for spending the past like hour with me. If you want me to do other parts of the Minecraft soundtrack, like the Nether update songs or volume alpha or volume beta, then let me know in the comments. I would love to do this kind of thing again. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. Tell me what your favorite one is from this new set of songs. Actually, scratch that. Tell me what your favorite song in the whole Minecraft soundtrack is. And then tell me what your favorite one from the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack is. Or you can tell me the Caves and Cliffs one first and the Minecraft one second. Or you can just tell me one and not the other. It's up to you. I just am curious about what y'all's favorites are. Like I said, I think mine's probably either Stand Tall or Otherside. And out of Kumi Tanioka, it's definitely An Ordinary Day. But yeah, I like Ancestry too. I like Left to Bloom too. Fuck. It's hard to choose, okay? It's really hard to choose. I understand that. So just tell me what you like about them. Tell me what your favorites are. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.